What? We're back. The Hunter is back with part 3. Part 3. I can't stop. Maybe part 4. Let's make a new kind of format. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. The collection. How I built it. And a lot of other randomness in between. Big sandwich. Big sandwich here, guys. So, the VHS to the DVD. About 1,000 of the Vs. 25 out of those. Blu-rays. Yes, I finally bit the bullet and said, I'm going the Blu-ray route. My brother was wrong. He lost. HD DVD, the red cases died. Trash. Blu-ray had a better picture, I think, too. I mean, they were better, I guess. I can't remember all the dang reasons why. And that's not what this is about, anyways. But I started buying the Blu-rays. And I can still remember to this day the first 2 that I purchased. Heat. The Heat. The Sandra Bullock and Sandra what's her name? McCarthy? You know what I'm talking about, I think, right? The Heat, and then Law Abiding Citizen. I don't know why those 2 movies, like, they're probably on sale because they'd already been out, and I just said, I'm going to buy a Blu-ray player, which was expensive, and I got these 2 cheap movies. That was probably what it was, so I could go home and watch it. I was so happy I did it. I watched Law Abiding Citizen first because it was the better of the 2 movies, which still love that damn movie. It's so good. And then The Heat, I laughed at. It was cool, but I was like, okay, this picture quality blows the DVD away. It felt like I was watching a VHS, just like when I bought the DVD, and I was like, whoa, this blows the VHS away. So I get the reason for the upscaling, like to go up to the new format. I was like, okay, I'm hooked. Prices were still kind of expensive, so I started building the collection on the cheaper stuff. The more common, been out for a couple of years, started getting, I didn't pull those, I just pulled like random Blu-rays. Just started pulling like these kind of things. I didn't care about slip covers. I didn't know the difference. Didn't mind the difference. I mean, really, you're going to hate this, Bob, if you're watching. I was taking the slip covers off, throwing them away, or trashing them. I thought they were just wrapping paper, part of the wrap. Didn't care about them. Because DVD slipcovers, I knew about those. I didn't care about DVD slipcovers. I still have a shitload of them just put in a bag or a box somewhere because I just took them off and started putting them away because they were easier. Because some DVDs had one that others didn't. So they just looked more uniform when they were all the black or snapper without it. Some of this, just like people do today with Blu-rays, some people they can't handle the OCD of seeing slip, non-slip, non-slip, slip, non-slip, non-slip. They can't handle it. Me, I don't care anymore. I would have them all crazy. That's for another story with my kids taking over my house and me having to live in the garage with my collection at the moment. Not live, but my collection living. So buying the Blu-rays, buying them, whatever here and there. Go to Best Buy every Tuesday. Tuesday became my off day. That's why I'm off Tuesdays now, because of Blu-ray. Blues Day, Tuesday, Blues Day. Like, everyone knows new releases come out Tuesday. Everyone that's in the movie, community. So that became my day off for probably the last 13 years, because up to 30 was the DVD, so I started moving on. Or maybe it was longer, 30-something. But anyways, for the last whatever, I've been buying the Blu-rays slowly, just accumulating them because of the cost. I wasn't going to the swap meet anymore at the time. I had kids, the sport, everything. There was so much life. Life happened. That's the best way to put it. Life happened. And I had to take a break. So I was happy with my collection up to that point. I was like, I got a shitload of DVDs. I got 100 or so Blu-rays now of some cool movies. I got a whole bunch of VHS, um, that I had reaccumulated. Not even close to what I have now, but at the time I felt like a bunch. And the kids, they got older. They got other stuff to do, and I started making more money again. And I was like, social media, there it is, just showing me all the movies. As I had mentioned before, the downfall for me. So I didn't have an account. I still don't have a Facebook account to this day. I finally had to get an Instagram account for my kids' sports or something. I don't remember what it was, but I had to finally get one of those. And I was like, while I'm on here, let's do something else with it. Let's look what's out there. I found the movie community. I found the sub community of horror, which was my go-to, which I've always loved. It's been my passion. It's just what I also wanted to focus on. And going back to the tube as well, YouTube here, started watching again more. I'm like, okay, there's more channels than I realized. There's more people talking about this. I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. So I go and find, because my first boutique label, because I remember seeing it at the Best Buy, I go and find me a copy of Return of the Living Dead from Scream Factory. So Scream Factory was how they popped my cherry into boutique. All these other Lionsgate, Warner Brothers, and Paramounts and all that, that's cool. I already had a lot of that, but I didn't have the cool shit. I didn't have a lot of the cool stuff that I was like, okay. It was like a gateway drug. I'm like, I want more. So Scream Factory opened my eyes, got my Return of the Living Dead. Then I started looking at other stuff. Then I started like, oh, what's this Arrow company? What's this Vinegar Syndrome company? Who's this Synapse? Who's this Severin? Who's what? All of them. And that's where the big granddaddies, the founding fathers, we'll call them, those kind of names in the business, is where I kind of stuck with for a while until I branched off to Unearthed Films and TerraVisions and Code Reds and Scorpions and other just cooler labels that put out stuff. I remember though going nuts. I went crazy. Some of the cool hauls are actually some of my first videos. Not say the first hauls I've got, but some of the cool stuff in the collection. I remember I think starting the YouTube because I wanted to show you guys the bulk that was coming, because I was already doing Instagram, posting reviews, and very rookie. I was very novice. I still am, but I want to say I've come a little bit on my own. If you go look at my first post to the last, big difference. But I started getting that stuff. I remember my second or my first haul, my first boutique haul was Vinegar Syndrome. Pledge Night was in there. What else? It's actually that my first what is it? First row of on IG. There's a fucking mustache. First row of IG is I think the Vinegar Syndrome. So I know Pledge Night. I can't think of some other movies right off the top of my head, but because I have so many of them. But I remember Vinegar being my first haul, and I loved it. So then I started looking at the Synapse and the Severins, getting hauls through them, Arrow videos. But then I'm like, you know what? There's got to be better ways. That's when I went back to the internet, went back to the YouTube, watched everybody, you and you and you. And then Instagram reached out. There's actually this one guy, I wish he was still with me, still on the account. He helped shape my extra my love for gore and exploitation. I swear really came because of Cinema Trash Man. I just wish that guy was still around. Um, he something. He bailed. He just got tired of this stuff and he was gone. Which I don't blame him. So that happens to people. You know, you get tired of this, you bail out, you bounce out. So Cinema Trash Man, though, he showed me so much. It got me down the right path. So everybody needs like a big brother, you know, a father figure, a good friend to look up to and help and guide. So if any of you guys ever need to help now, I'm ready to help some of you guys branching out into this horror field or community that really kind of want to know what to do, where to go. Just DM me sometime on my I Want That Movie, and I'll see what I can do for you. But because someone's helped me, I want to help you. But anyways, I couldn't stop. So I just started getting, you know, cool shit. I just kept getting, like this recently from Severin. The Scream Factories, the Synapses, the Grindhouses, all the films, the Umbrella, the Vestron, Region B companies that put movies that you can't get in Region A, Unearthed Films. Oh, Unearthed Films. Still my heart. Arrow Video and Kino Lorber, just to name a few. I started going nuts with the labels. There's tons of them out there. There was so many movies from my childhood that I looked up, R-rated, NC-17. Oh, that's that movie on Skinamax that I used to watch and love. Kino's doing it. They put out Porky's 2 and 3. I was like, there. Finally, somebody's putting out the movies that I fell in love with as a kid, not that I wasn't supposed to watch. Then as a teenager, I watched because I could, because, you know, I was a young adult. So these ones, I couldn't stop. You know, I couldn't stop. And then the likes of Hamilton Books. Hamilton Books. I just have to spend one quick moment there. That company, when I found that company, heaven. Finding boutique, you know, movies at Walmart prices, best way to put it, is like the best. Like, the best of the best. Yes, you're not always guaranteed slip. Yes, you're not always guaranteed the steelbook would not be, let's say, dented or just something. You can't guarantee anything with Hamilton. But 99% of the time, they do right. They don't do you wrong. I don't think I've ever had a problem with them, to be honest. In the 6 years now I've gone through or used them. I'm not sponsored by anyone. I don't get any handouts. I don't get nothing from nobody. All this is my dollar. So use these companies as you wish. If you like, if you don't like, yeah, but not because I say it's just because how I built my boutique collection. Now, the boutique collection, I say, is because, yes, you don't find these types of movies at your Walmart, your estate sale, your yard sale, your garage sale, your flea market, your swap meets, all that stuff, Goodwills. Rare. I could probably count it on the two hands these kind of movies that I find at these places. It's rare. So I'm a realist. I live in reality. I'm not going to sit there and think I'm going to find like a cannibal holocaust or a calamity of steaks at this 65-year-old's yard sale. It's just not going to happen. So I need these companies for these types of movies. Now, I go to those other swap meets and stuff and buy my 15 for 15 Blu-rays so I can buy these movies. And I still look for sales, like halfway to Black Friday sale for Vinegar Syndrome. Like Scream's running a 4K sale right now. I don't know if they'll still have it when this is up, but Kino runs sale. All these companies, Grindhouse just ran an Umbrella sale, which is how I got the mask right there. Or mask, not the mask, but mask. But I still look for sales. So I don't just buy these things at full prices either. Still don't buy them at full price. I wait for a deal. I wait for a sale. eBay, I'm not a big eBay guy. I don't like rewarding flippers either. I know some of you guys are on the fence with 50/50s. I don't hate flippers. But some of them, that's their job. So be it. But I'm not going to reward them for finding the movie that I could find for $2 that are selling it for 25. I believe you can go out and get it yourself. That's why I'm a hunter. I'm like, you know what? I can do that. I will do that. And I do it. And I've gotten good at it. You know, it takes time. It takes a lot of time. Uh I I've been putting in work. Like, it's not just something that happened overnight. So if you think you're also coming out of this, like, right off the bat, you're gonna just blow up with all these movies, don't. Please don't kill yourself and kill your wallet or your credit card. Don't go into debt. That's another mistake I made way back in my younger years, spending way too much money on movies way too fast, and then getting in that hole and like, oh, what the hell did I do that for? And it wasn't even these Blu-rays or boutique labels. That was back in the DVD days. So, and I was stupid. We all have those mistakes or make mistakes. So again, if you ever need advice, help on how to get a movie, where to get a movie, should I pull the trigger on this movie? You know, is this a good price that I just found this movie at? Hit me up and I'll see if I can help. Hence with that laser disc that I found the other day in my swap meet for that $3 Aliens collector's edition. No idea. Was that a good value? Not a good value? That's why I put it out here, because I know somebody else is into laser discs. Just like I'm into horror movies and this kind of stuff. You know, we all need to help each other. So with that said, you know, with like crazy tangents, I've built this now collection the way I've wanted, you know, buying what I want, wanting what I buy, and doing it right, slowly, sometimes too quickly, sometimes speed bursts. You know, the wife will she'll put the brakes and slap, tells you, nah. So I have her to help put the brakes on. Thankfully, because I'd probably be homeless with my house built out of movies. Like, that's probably what happened. I don't think you can eat these things, but try. I know Bob's trying to put one in his butt cheeks or whatever and squeeze it, but I'm not going to try to eat it. So with that said, the collection now, VHS, Foundation, DVD kind of there, and the cherry on tops are now my love of my life. Horror collection, exploitation, action comedy, everything in between, thrillers, you name it, I love it. I'll pretty much watch any movie, but I won't own any movie. Big difference. So I don't like have any hate towards older films, 30s, 40s, you know, the older stuff, but it's not something I collect. And I don't feel like I like Vinegar Syndrome, for example, the new stuff, the Vinegar Syndrome Labs they've put out. I'm not buying it because it's not my cup of tea. And I don't think I'm not going to feel forced to buy something because I need to have that label number 1, 2. I don't even have any label of mine is not complete, and it never will be, because I'm not going to buy every film in it. There's a lot of like Arrow stuff that I don't want. Criterion that everyone loves. I've got 10 films. I got like the 10 that I love, and if a new one comes out, I'll get it. But yeah, I'm not very big on like artsy films. You know, like I like them, I'll watch them, but I don't need to own it. So my collection is gonna stay horror based for now. I'll trickle in all these blockbuster hits you guys have been seeing, or random blind buys at the swap meets and flea market stuff, because it's super cheap. I can't pass it by. And these are movies I do want to watch. So these movies I am taking home, they're not just random. It's because I want to watch them. You know, and I do watch them. I review every damn movie I buy on the I Want That Movie. It just takes time. I mean, I got a whole shelf just waiting to go up. It's just, that's my ready to go watch shelf. And it's growing. There's piles everywhere now. So I have to kind of, you guys might see a couple of new things in the next couple of weekends, because I got to catch up. The swap meet eventually is going to dry up. it's one of those things where you keep going back and back and back. I mean, it can't pay off forever. It's not going to. Even this last weekend, you guys haven't seen, but I also went on Sunday. I got up at 4:30 in the morning. I went out at 5:30. I was out there. I was done before the wife even got up on Mother's Day. I did 2 swap meets, to be honest, because of how slow it would be on Mother's Day. And, you know, it was a light day. It wasn't like my normal, excitement. So when I started getting that feeling, I know I gotta take a break. I'm gonna start going to maybe some place else again. Honestly, if I can, I'm gonna plan to go up north eventually here. Nichols, I'm coming for your swap. Huck, I'm coming for your swap. I know you guys swap at the swap, same place. I see those Blu-rays. Don't be surprised if I tap somebody on the shoulder one day. So, with that said, I'm gonna try to keep going north here soon enough. Maybe North County thrift stores. That's the Fluffy's territory. I don't want to really go into his territory, but you know, he hits up North County a lot more than I do. But hey, he hits up my territory, so there's enough room for everyone, right, Fluff? Enough movies for everyone. So, with that said, keep buying, guys. What you want, when you want, how you want to do it. Blu-rays, 4Ks, DVD, VHS, all of it's awesome. No collection is lame. 15 movies, 15,000 movies, whatever. You're still in the club. You still can party with me. You know, technically, I don't want to spill the beans, but like I've been talking about all these dupes and stuff. I'm going to finally work on a giveaway, but I'm going to work on my first giveaway, not here on the tube. You guys are kind of like my new fam here, but I gotta pay back my longtime IG folks. I want that movie. Just stay tuned on that page. You're going to see something pop up fairly soon. And it's just thanks, of course, for everybody sticking with me. You know, there's like 2,200 of them now over there, and you know, some have been with me since day one, and I just appreciate everyone. So, and all of you new subscribers, my first subscriber, all of you new supporters on YouTube that I've got, I thank you as well. You know, it's the reason I keep hunting. It's the reason I keep going out. I mean, not the reason, but it's the reason I put it up here for you. I'm going to do that regardless. I'm going to be out there on my own. But if you guys want to come with me and keep liking that part, I'm going to keep showing you. Because I enjoy sharing with you what I'm seeing. But I also want to keep sharing with you more. Like this. So with that said, part 3 is now coming to an end. The Hunter thanks you for watching. Hope you learned something. Hope you laughed, cried, hurled, something. Just some emotion. Comment below, you know, with what you like. What's your favorite format? Do you like VHS? Do you like the DVD still? Is that your go-to? Is it all about the blue, you know? Or are you 4K only? Oh, 4Ks. Or are you also, if you're a dedicated Adam the Movie Hunter YouTube watcher, are you guys going to be buying those 8Ks, right? Because 4K is going out of business. That's it, everyone. Later.